Yo, my people, what's going on? It's your boy Bucks. Welcome. I'm back again with another video. This one here, I've been looking forward to this one. The preseason is really heating up, I would say. Preseason, this is when it starts to get real. This is when effectively we start seeing games that, you can more or less say there's going to be a competitive edge, even though there's no actual competition or there's no actual realness for anything to be played. But it's the old foe. Manchester United, we are here again. This is the rivalry that encompasses my generation. This is the rivalry that for me, it still runs, it runs deep in the blood. And I've got many Man United friends, and definitely we always want to get one over them, and they always want to get one over us. So I'm here to do a preview, people. I'm here to talk about effectively the new toys that we have. Of course, we're going to be bringing that new ammunition to this game, and they're going to be bringing some ammunition as well. They've bought and they continue to sort of look to bring in players. Manchester United, so it's going to be an interesting one. This game here is gonna put certain things into perspective. This game here is going to definitely see where both teams are at, see what's really about to what's going to transpire in the league, but not exactly uh, what's going to happen in a sense, because it's still pre-season, and the Premier League season is a long one, and there's going to be other teams having their say as well. But yeah, let's go into it, people. So the game is going to be tonight, of course, 10 o'clock, I think, UK time, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to share my screen with the G's them. Um, and yeah, it's going to be one of them games where, you know, there's new toys to display here, people. Obviously, people like Rice and Timber and Havertz, they're going to have Mount. I'm not sure if Onana's going to have any involvement in this game, but um, you know they're doing their thing, man. Manchester United, they're trying to somewhat stay consistent and stay relevant within the transfer window. Definitely more than other teams within the top six. I would say Arsenal, of course, is still leading that race, but Manchester United are trying to see where they can add here and there. I think, what's his name? I'm gonna butcher his name, Hoyland or Joyland or whatever his name is. Um, of course, Mount Onana, very important to get that transfer through and completed for the goalkeeper. But yeah, so look, it is where it is. Looking at the previous game that we've had, we've won our game against, of course, MLS All Stars, and I think they've won their game as well, Manchester United, the previous game. In terms of um, the last game we've played against Man United, that was a win, of course. That was an Arsenal win back in January. That was in the Premier League. I'm going to share this tab here with you guys so you can see here. So, two goals by Eddie Nketiah and one by Bukayo Saka. And of course, Manchester United also scoring three goals, sorry, in total. Manchester United scoring two goals in that game. Marcus Rashford and Lisandro Martinez with that silly header, if you don't remember that crazy header that he scored. I couldn't understand how that went in. But yeah, so that was the last time we faced Man United. It was an Arsenal win. And we look now into the present moment. And I'll be honest and I'll be real. It's going to be an interesting one. Manchester United, as I said previously, they always turn up against Arsenal, or they try to turn up against Arsenal, no matter if they're playing away or at home. We will obviously want to continue this, this sort of run or this rhythm of uh, from that sort of win in the Premier League last time we played them. And I think, to be honest with you lot, I do see an Arsenal win, even though they're going to have, a strong say. Eric Ten Hag, he's not going to want to, put out a weak team or anything like that. I think they got all of their guys back into training. We've got all of our guys, all of our important guys into training as well. So expect to see strong lineups um, from both teams. And there's definitely, of course, been a preview. Mikel Arteta and Zinchenko taking part in the sort of pre-match press conference. I'm just going to quickly zap through it because there was lots of questions asked. I'm not going to go through all of them. Um, they were both being asked questions on many different aspects. But one of the aspects that I wanted to touch base on first was about Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey, people, let me first and foremost, because the last video that I made, um, I kind of highlighted that, Thomas Partey was nailed on leaving, in terms of, it looked from all angles that you looked at, that he wanted to leave, or, Arsenal wanted him to leave, or Arsenal was ready to let him go. It now looks like, and it's now more or less been confirmed by Mikel himself, that Thomas Partey will be staying at Arsenal, at least for the next season. That is um, unbelievable, fantastic news. This is, such a boost to everything that's going on at the moment, in terms of, around Arsenal, because a midfield of Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard is definitely 100% more stronger than any other combination that we had available up to this point, at least. 100%. The man is ready to go. We need older players to balance out the experience. We need uh, we need his agility. He's a wonderful athlete, and he's a commanding midfielder, who is able to recover the ball incredibly well, who's able to, thread a pass incredibly well, distribute a long ball pass incredibly well. Thomas Partey stays, and that is fantastic news, people. Um, and of course, it was more or less confirmed by Mikel Arteta. So, on if Thomas Partey and Declan Rice can play together, yes, they can play together. And that was in my plans. So, more or less always in these plans to have Partey there. So, I don't understand what the all of the kerfuffle and all of the riffraff previously was. If that was always in your plans, you should have come out way back in May and said, look, Thomas is not going anywhere, regardless of what the tabloids put out there, on the pitch, off the pitch. He's, in terms of football, and as long as we have him here, he's part of my plans moving forward in the summer, preseason, and all of that jazz. Um, Let me look for the specific one where he talks about, yeah. So, on whether Thomas Partey is still in his plans, Thomas Partey is super important player for us, and for me, and we want him to be in the team, and that's for sure. So again, Mikel, you should have just come out from early, from the jump, and said, look, he's not going anywhere. This is our guy, and he is one of the most important players we have. He's probably the first name on the team sheet, and all of the speculation about him going to another team or going to Saudi, I'm gonna knock that dead. And that was that. He should have just did that from the beginning. But maybe I get it. I understand that maybe it's not a case of, it's that simple, and there would have been discussions and conversations and getting a feel for how he feels and what he wants to do, the player himself. So maybe he could only say these words with this, this solid in this solid way now, is what I'm trying to explain. Um, on whether there will be any more transfers, this was a question as well that he was asked. He said, I don't know. Obviously, there will be movement still. There'll be lots of ins and outs. He was also asked in William Saliba, and I think Zinchenko then answered the question. Talks about not being happy to finish second. Talks about, of course, as we previously said, if Rice and Partey can play together. This basically means that Declan Rice is going to play in that number 8 role, right? So it technically means that uh, Havertz doesn't start games for Arsenal, at least not this season, or at least not in the beginning phase of this season. Because if Partey stays, which he's going to stay, it technically means that, Partey's not gonna not start, and Rice is gonna not start, unless he's looking to not start Odegaard. But then Odegaard is the club captain. Do you get where I'm coming from? I understand Odegaard. Even last season, he comes off, he gets substituted a lot, and people will start having doubts about whether he wants him to actually complete 90 minutes of games and stuff like that. But I think he's going to interchange with Odegaard. As Odegaard comes off from starting games, you'll see Havertz coming on. Maybe in some particular games where the tactics have to be, really catered towards the opposition, you might see either Rice or Partey sit the game out. But I don't know, man. I just feel as though everything that we've heard and everything that's been spoken in terms of Rice improving his game and going up levels and stuff like that, it just basically tells me that he's most likely going to try to play and Arteta's going to try to coach him to play in a more advanced role in order to be able to, kind of be almost a playmaker in a sense. I don't know, man. It's looking interesting. Please, if you haven't already, drop a like on the video. Please, people, please subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the Arsenal v Man United preview for the game tonight. I'm gonna finalize it with my predicted 11. Listen, I think, as I said previously, it's going to be strong 11s for both teams. Arsenal, of course, will go with potentially the strongest. I think everyone's fit. We literally have a full fit roster. There's obviously some absentees here and there in terms of still some fitness levels to kind of get to a particular point. People like Tomayasu, for example, people like Zinchenko. But all in all, in terms of the core players on the core squad, you're looking at Jesus probably starting up front, potentially Nketiah. Mikel, he's got a thing for Nketiah. He loves Nketiah. I see him starting Jesus on the wings, but I think from this point onwards, as we, head into the peak preseason games, Man United, Barcelona, and so forth, we will see more of that team that's going to look towards, that's going to look like what it's supposed to look towards the first game of the Premier League. So you're going to see Jesus, as I said. You're going to see Saka, of course, on the right wing. I think he will potentially start Trossard ahead of Martinelli. I might be wrong, but I do see him now shifting Trossard where I kind of see him playing more regularly, which is on the wings, on the left wing ahead of Martinelli on this game. I might be wrong. Martinelli, I scored in the previous game against MLS All-Stars, but Trossard has played very well in the midfield, and he started all the games. Nuremberg, he started against MLS All-Stars. Doesn't look like, Trossard looks like he's going to have a much bigger say. Trossard looks like he's cooking. He looks serious. You don't really see him smiling. I like players like that. It's not jokey every single time in front of the cameras. Even if you're going to do it, don't do it in front of the cameras. You understand? At the end of the day, we came second. Yeah. Man United is one of the teams that helped in our demise. Yeah, they beat us at their ground 3-1. This is it. This season now, we need to be more serious. We need to be nasty in a good way, in a competitive way, in a safe way, but be aggressive at the same time and show these men that, don't show them too much teeth. Show these men that we mean business. We're here to get the W no matter what. We've got giants in the team now. When you check it and when you deep it, we've got giants. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, let me finish with the predicted 11. So in the midfield, of course, advanced sort of 10 row Odegaard starting, and then you're going to have with him in the midfield Rice and Thomas Partey. A back four of Kivior on the left, Gabriel and Saliba, of course, centre backs. White doing the right back position, and Ramsdale in goal. And you're going to see many changes within the games, preseason games. So everyone's going to get a run out. You're going to see Timber coming in. You're going to see Havertz playing as well. Jorginho probably coming on for either Partey or Rice. But I do believe we're going to go full strong 11, and I do believe that on Man United side they're going to do the same thing. They've got they. I'm not sure whether it's in time for Onana to have a goal, but then again, I think I saw pictures of him training, if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a look. So there has been training sessions and open sessions for Onana, as you can see here. Am I sharing my tab? No, I'm not. I am now. So this is just a United website. Bruno Fernandes has been confirmed the club captain now. Of course, from previously Maguire. So yeah, man, they've got Casemiro, they've got Luke Shaw, Rashford. Garnacho looking like he's ready to cook this season. Mason Mount, how much of a role is he gonna have? For United this season, I think he's gonna be a significant one. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to this game. As I said, I predict a Arsenal win. I predict a 3-2 Arsenal win. I think there will be goals. I think there's going to be kind of like a 5-goal thriller. And we'll see what these players and what level and how ready from both perspectives, how ready these teams are. But yeah, people, let me know your thoughts and your feelings in regards to this preview, in regards to this game that we're going to face, that we're going to play against Manchester United, as I mentioned and as I asked love for the love. Thank you for the subscribers that have been subscribing recently. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the engagements, people. It's all love to my day ones that have been there in the journey from the beginning, to the people subscribing as recently as yesterday. Love is love. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and you know, who knows, I might even do a live watch along. I still haven't really thought about it, but I might just do it. MetLife Stadium, the game is going to be played in 10 o'clock, as I mentioned previously. Are we going to see Zinchenko for the first time this preseason? I'm not sure. Potentially we will. It looks like I still predict Kivior to start. It looks like he's kind of gone ahead of Tini, and Zinchenko is still kind of trying to get to his max fitness, but we'll see. He obviously took part in a press conference with Mikel Arteta. But yeah, we'll see, man. We gotta stop Rashford. He's the threat. He's the guy that he's gonna want to cook. He's gonna want to definitely cook against Arsenal. As long as we stop him, we got giants, bro. We got Saliba, we got Gabriel, we got Kivior, Tomayasu can come in and do a job as well. Still very highly rated in my eyes. You know, Tomayasu, he's gonna definitely need to stay fit this season and give us his absolute all. But yeah, man, looking forward to this game, people. If I decide to do a watch along, a live watch along, you guys will of course be notified. Those that are subscribed, so please subscribe, please share, please like the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.